Hey, welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports. This is Maniac Tim. The place where feel free to bring out the maniac and you free to shout about what your team is doing. Feel free to praise about what your team is doing. This is a show where we have no limits as far as topics can be brought out, but the only thing that I ask is that we do try to keep it PG-13. It's and you have respect for other people because this is what the show is about. It's about respect, gaining respect, showing respect, and delivering respect. But it's also where you can go ahead and get some things off your chest if you want to, you know. And sorry about just 1 second here. Okay. Okay, so how's everybody doing? This is the last Sunday before the real stuff starts. Of course, there's still one more game scheduled, which is or should be starting real shortly here. One final preseason game, kind of the last who cares game. Basically that's what this game or this is. Sorry about the little earthquake we're having here. It's no, we're not having an earthquake. It's just we're shaking things up at Maniac Sports. This is once again Tim's Maniac Sports, and I want to welcome anybody who's in the chat, anybody who might watch the chat later, or anybody who might watch the show later on. I want to welcome you to Tim's Maniac Sports. Uh, who's excited? You know, who's excited about seeing their teams? And I'll tell you, in the days to come, we're gonna, we're already seeing some roster cuts. Who are you mad about that the this person got cut? Who are you glad that this person got cut? And who do you think your team should pick up that was cut from another team? You know, these are what is going on. Recently, 53-man roster is what all teams need to get down to. And hey, there's only so much room there, and there's so much room left on the practice squad. You know, you also have your injured players. If you go ahead and you put them on the DL list, then they're gone for like 6-7 weeks before you can even use them. So what's the team to do? Plus, there's also salary caps. A certain amount of that salary still gets charged to your account, to your against your cap. So in a perfect world, you would be able to keep everybody you want, but this is not a perfect world. This is a world where if you just allowed everybody to keep who all they wanted, then you would have teams that were richer than other teams that would just go ahead and have all the players, and you guys would have none. And that's hey, welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports, the place where the maniac roars, the place where it's is if you want to just go ahead and shout at the top of your young lungs and say, hey, my team did this. Or if you want to praise, my team did this. Or if you also want to just come in and say, hey, I'm mad at the NFL doing this. Also, one of the few things that has changed in college football, a big thing, uh, do you guys think that it's good, you know, that, college players can now earn money? Or do you think it's long overdue? Do you think it's something that, hey, I didn't get to do that. If you, if you're a former college college player that didn't make it in the NFL, that struggled through college, that struggled to get you know your other stuff paid for, and also that hey, you guys may even got your team may have even gotten fined because teams and lost playoff games because of other people not following the rules of the colleges and ended up getting suspended. Uh, I know there was playoff games that were lost, championship bowl games, in college football where before you were penalized if you made money. If but now it's opened up, and in a lot of ways, I think is about dang time. I think it's about dang time that people who the people who make the plays, the people you know who is performing out on that field, who is striving to the the ones that are really making it best, are finally getting the recognition. Well, they always got the recognition, but they didn't always get compensated for it. Now, what happens if you get hurt when you're in college? A lot of those people got hurt, ruined their NFL careers. So, and the main way to get into NFL, especially the NFL, is through college ball, and and that brings up another topic too: is you know what about bringing these other minor league systems, these like the USFL, the XFL, the Arena League, using those to get players too, and then that way, I mean, they're never going to be the NFL or anything like that. But you know, what's your feelings? If you're not watching this live, you can also leave comments in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them. And leave some comments and tell me what you feel. Should the NFL use the USFL, the XFL, and the soon to be coming Arena Football League back as like a training um, trainers for their team? Should there be like these two-way contracts that you have in the AHL? And who would like to see the IHL come back too? Because the International Hockey League. Would somebody like to see the rebirth of the IHL? With some, how about the Colonial Hockey League? I East Coast Hockey League. I know there's some that are still out there. Other than like the major one as far as for the minor leagues in hockey. The major one is the AHL. The American Hockey League. As far as the minor league, of course, NHL is the highest one. But you know, and what would you think? Is should a lot of these teams that are in major markets, you know, uh, that are in the same markets as uh, NFL, uh, should they go ahead and actually change? You know, hey, welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports, the place where the maniac likes to hang, the place where, hey, who knows, one day I might have a guest that will dress like Jason and be on my show. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Jason, Jason and Freddie, man. Hey, who knows? Maybe this Halloween I might try to set something up where when Halloween comes up, and I might try to get Jason and Freddie on the show, you know, uh, in all makeup. And I still got to do what Grandizer 12 wanted me to do, and that is uh, put myself in a straight jacket, and for Halloween do it. Uh, Also, you know, I'm looking for a Kansas City fan who is brave enough to go ahead and appear on Tim's Maniac Sports on this show here, um, and tell me why he thinks the Kansas City Chiefs should beat the Lions. I'm also looking for another Lions fan other than myself because I want to be the moderator that will go ahead and tell me why they think the Lions are going to beat the Patriot or the Kansas City Chiefs the first game. I want those two to face up in this arena, in this arena, on this show, under my show called Face Off, where the two of them will go ahead and battle out and and tell me why they think, just trash talk a little bit, trash talk your team up, go ahead and brag. I mean, hey, yeah, Kansas City, they have bragging rights. Patrick Mahomes, two-time, 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 two-time Super Bowl champion. But hey, um, is it two-time deserved Super Bowl champions? You know, I'm not, I know there's some people out there that are saying that, hey, the refs want Patrick Mahomes to be the next Tom Brady. So they're going to do what they can to make him, give him the backing uh, to say behind him and do everything to make him win. Hey, I don't put anything past the NFL. I don't. I don't put anything past the NBA either. I don't put anything past any sports deal because one thing, football is a business. Sports is a business just as much as McDonald's is a business, just as much as uh, just as much as um, GM and Ford are businesses. It's a business, and so business decisions are sometimes made that's best for the company and may not be best for the team. Now, what can we do as fans to go ahead and change that? Fans can go ahead and be vocal. They can voice what's going on and don't let up on it. Don't let up on it. Uh, Going to take a real short break. If you guys just hold on for a little bit, I just gonna shut this camera off real quick. I will be right. All right, so hey, welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports. Who knows? You might come on, and I might be kind of a little bit mad about certain things. I may have had a bad day, and I might just go ahead and bring out my hatchet and go ahead and hatch. No, no, I don't want to say anything bad. I I might just go ahead and do a hatchet job on a certain team or on a ref, you know. But hey, let's just go ahead and take a look at what's going on. Why are you guys here? What is your favorite team? Please feel free to leave your comments. And if you guys want to, I mean, I do got the link in the comment. Uh, Anybody wants to pop on this show, feel free to pop on this show. This show is for the fans, it's by the fans, and it's from the fans' perspective. What do you guys feel your team is? You know, uh, I'm also going to talk about two movies I seen today. I went ahead and one of the things that I do is I do like to watch movies at like theaters, and I did go and I seen two movies today that was related to sports. Gran Torino, excellent movie. That for all you Twitch streamers out there, excellent movie. All right, excellent sports movie. Uh, excellent. Um, I just felt it was. I'll recommend it to anybody to go see. Um, it dives into, if for people who really don't know about it, I mean, it's Nissan and basically PlayStation. It's a game. It was a game where in real life, uh, the Nissan went ahead and uh, created this school and had this contest for uh, people to go ahead and prove that not only could they play it on a video game, but they could overcome the challenges of the stress that you actually have on your body to do it in real life. And it also shows the difference of what it is to being basically in a simulator that you don't really feel the G forces and stuff like that. And I'll tell you one thing, Maniac Tim will admit when he's wrong. Okay, I never used to give credit to auto car racing as being a tough sport. But what you got to go through as far as on your body physically to be these auto race car drivers, um, hey, you got to be built. And I'll tell you, you got to be able to take a lot of G forces. You got to be able to um, um, make, it's not just like playing on that video game, because that video game is not going to go ahead and if you flip over, if you crash up, if you break, you can always press reset. It's just like, you know, you don't, if you're playing a war game, and you get shot, you're not going to go ahead and actually feel the pain and your life won't be in danger. Where your life can be in danger if you're in, if you crash and burn in real life, So it's just, that's one of the main things. And also, the other movie I seen was Hell, about a baseball player that went ahead and suffered, you know, uh, you know, had a degenerated bone disease throughout his life, but went ahead and through faith and through determination and actually put himself through hell by playing through the pain, but was able to achieve his dream. And when everybody at one point was against him, even his dad, and actually both their fathers in these, and of course this both these shows, you have two different eras. Okay, one's the video game era, and one's the era where way back, you know, in the 70s, and where you were actually out playing ball, you know, but actually doing the physical playing of baseball rather than sitting behind a computer doing it. Well, to go ahead and what Hill went through is, it just shows that he deserved everything that he got. Working through that pain, going through that pain, and and even after having uh, a few months before tryouts, breaking his ankle and severing tendons and stuff like that, still being able to come back and being such a great hitter, being able to play in the major leagues. And at that time, baseball was a sport. Baseball was the sport. It would if you ever wanted to do anything, if you ever wanted to excel, baseball baseball was the national pastime. So, two movies I would recommend people go see. And yes, I'm bringing it up on my channel because they're both about sports. Uh, One is Hill, the other one is Gran Torino. Recommend both those shows to you guys. Uh, Soon there's enough talking about that show, but soon we're going to find out uh, as far as what cuts the lines are going to make. Thank you guys for stopping to Tim's Maniac Sports. If you guys want to hop on, the links are in the chat. Go ahead, feel free. If you cannot see the link, go ahead and just let me know, and I'll try to send you one personally. But yeah, I really don't have a lot of stuff prepared as far as on what I wanted to say today, but I did want to get on. I did want to talk about things. I do think that we will kind of go through a little bit. Once again, I'm just going for the fun of it, and I'll tell you, this is without studying the teams and stuff like that. But the NFL schedule week 1, I'm going to just go ahead and make my picks on who I think is going to win, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that. I just excuse me, I'm having trouble here, a little bit of trouble. Yeah. The NFL 2023 regular season schedule. Okay, and a host more. Okay, so all right, hey, well, here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go back to that, and I think it will be the Lions or the Chiefs. I do think the Lions will edge out the Chiefs, barring any unforeseen turnabouts on as far as the refs going ahead and creating a win for the Chiefs. I I no, I'm not saying I don't think the Chiefs are good enough to beat the Lions, but I do think that the Lions are good enough to beat the Chiefs. So that's why I'm picking the Lions. Bengals at the Browns. Uh, if Joe Burrows is playing, I got to go with the Bengals. Uh, I got to go with the Bengals on that one. Uh, all right. Texans at the Ravens. Gotta be the Ravens. The former Browns. No. Okay, I'm gonna quit doing that. The Texans I don't think has enough in their tank to go ahead and beat them. Ooh, here's one that I really don't want to predict right now. All right. Okay. But I'm going to do it. I got to say, and I really hope that the Buccaneers can go ahead and take care of the Minnesota Vikings. But that's kind of like to me a throw you game. You know, a toss up game. You know, uh, Vikings, Kirk Cousins, they're at home, but I think that Tampa Bay has a lot to prove. So I think they're going to get it done. Panthers at the Falcons. I got to say the Falcons here. Panthers, you know, they're up and coming team right now, but I do think the Falcons are ahead of them. So I do got to call the Falcons there. Arizona at Washington Commanders. You know what? I'm going to refuse to call Washington Commanders. I'm just going to call them the Washington football team. You know, that's what I'm going to do. But I do think that Washington has more in its tank. More, I do think that Washington will be able to beat them. Jacksonville at Indianapolis Colts. Well, Jacksonville. I'm going with Jacksonville. I just, yeah, I gotta go with Jacksonville on that one. I think, you know, they have showed a lot with their backup uh, in there. I do think that you put your first stringers in there. I think they are way more. Yeah, I think they are too much for the Indianapolis Colts to handle. Um, okay. 49ers at the Steelers. 49er at Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is going to be a close game, a very close game. I would not be surprised, okay? I would not be surprised if the Steelers do shock everybody and beat the 49ers. But I got to go with safe money. And if I were to put safe money on it, I'd put my money on the 49ers. Brock Purdy being back. Yeah, I just think there is way too much more, way too much in the tank that I I don't see Pittsburgh being able to overcome that. Um, but who knows? Tennessee will go to Saints. Saints, David Carr, quarterback there versus um, versus Tennessee. Ought to be a good game. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna pick this as my shocker My shocker, I think Tennessee is going to beat the Saints at New Orleans. I just Lamar Jackson. I think that Lamar Jackson being back, that's just going to be too much. I I I do know, David Carr's. He's now the Saints quarterback. So I do really see the Lamar Jackson leading the Titans to victory. Uh, Los Angeles or Las Vegas, excuse me, Las Vegas Raiders at Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos had a outstanding game yesterday. Um, they went ahead and they just totally uh, ass whipped the um, Los Angeles Rams. Gave them a spanking, sent them home packing. I think they're going to be too high on themselves, but I still think that they'll be able to go ahead and beat the Raiders. Raiders, I don't, Jimmy Garoppolo, I really don't know if he's even coming back from his injury or if he's going to play. Uh, so I'm going to pick them. Okay. All right. Okay. Don't have any questions in the chat. So, if it looks like I'm, looking odd in the camera or whatever, it's because, I don't have two monitors that I can hook up right now. I'm working on getting another one. I need a second monitor, but I'm probably gonna uh get one next week for sure. Um, so where I'll be able to bring up things and I want to use it to help make my show better. So that's one of the reasons why I really really need a second monitor so that I can have things listed on there. Welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports, the place where you just might go ahead and see me dye my hair blue, green, or purple just one day for the hell of it, because you never know. If you're a maniac, you never know what you're going to feel like that day. And I'll tell you what, if the Kansas City Chiefs go ahead and lose to the Detroit Lions by 10 points or more, I will dye my hair Honolulu blue for a week. So, all right. And by the way, my favorite color is blue, so it isn't a real sacrifice for me. Okay, we left up. Okay. Whew. Okay. Eagles at Eagles at New England Patriots. I want to see the Patriots win. I want to see the Patriots take down the Eagles a peg or two. I do consider the Eagles being one of the best teams in the NFC. Uh, however, however you shake it, however you bake it, however you go ahead and put a stake in it, you just go ahead and you look at it. The Eagles are a great team. They're one of the top teams in the NFC. And my Detroit Lions are in the NFC. But if you look at it, when the Lions didn't have a defense, Eagles only beat us by 3 points. But I still think the Eagles are going to go ahead and beat the Patriots. But let's go Patriots. Rams at Seattle. Ugh. Okay. Matthew Stafford needs this win very much. If Matthew Stafford does not throw a game-losing interception, I see the Rams taking that game by a 2-point victory. As long as Matthew Stafford does not throw that game-losing interception. But if he goes ahead and shows classic Matthew Stafford where he can go ahead and bring back a team. Hey, I they can go ahead and be, but I do think they are going to beat Seattle. Dolphins with Tua at the Chargers. Um, Herbert needs Herbert needs Herbert needs this win very bad. This needs to be the Chargers' year. But you know what? The Dolphins need this. Uh, Another AFC matchup. Another one that could go anyway. But the way Tua is looking, I'll tell you what. I and the way the offense looked last year, the way Tua is healthy, the way Tua has a chip on his shoulder and is going to be daring people to knock it off. Well, I think the Dolphins are going to win this game. As long as Tua doesn't get hurt. Okay. Green Bay at Chicago. It's a Packers are still going to own Chicago. Sorry, Val. Sorry, Vince. But I think the Packers will still own Chicago, and the Packers will beat Chicago. Chicago may be winning for a little while, but then things are going to come to haunt them. All right. That being a 4:00 game. Cowboys at New York. Sunday night football on a major stage. Cowboys really need this one. And you know what? I'm not a Cowboy fan. So I'm just going for the hell of it. I'm going to go for the Giants. I'm not a Cowboy fan. Cowboys have been so jealous of Detroit for so long, and there's no reason why they should be jealous. Because they have all these Super Bowl wins and all this other stuff. But you know what? I love to see Goliath go ahead and being taken down. And Goliath, to me, the Goliath wannabe is Jerry Jones, along with his misfits of and hey, I love being at Dallas Stadium. I love that. That's a great or AT&T Stadium, great stadium. I would love to be a sportscaster there, man. They know how to treat you right. Everything's bigger and well, the biggest things in Texas is their belt buckles, of course, their landmass, their states, their egos. Their egos are more bigger. The biggest thing in Texas is not their landmass. It is their egos. So you know what? Cowboys need to be taken down a bit. And so the Giants need to do it. All right. Then you have Monday night game. Josh Allen team versus Aaron Rodgers team. I still don't like Aaron Rodgers. I think the Jets made a horrible mistake with what they went ahead and gave up to get Aaron Rodgers. I do think that they helped the Packers way too much and overpaid in composition for Aaron Rodgers. And for anybody who thinks that Aaron Rodgers is going to be the final piece in the New York Jets to go ahead and get them to the Super Bowl is crazy. So I'm picking Buffalo to go ahead and beat the Jets. Hey, hey, Pup Dexter, how's it going? How's it going? I'm glad you're lurking. Um, Everybody, make sure that you guys check out Pup Dexter's channels when he's on. Great friend of mine, great guy, real nice streamer. Uh, just go ahead and check him out. You know, I he is also he's not a real big sports fan, but he is also turn the show mode off. Okay, one sec. So the hey 313 new breed, how's it going? How's it going? I'm just having fun today. All right. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Yeah, and okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. All right. Okay. So, how are you doing today? Have you heard? What do you think of the cuts so far made by Lions? Um, yeah, I was also just going ahead and predicting, just making my picks for week one. Uh, so, excuse me, man. But I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube right now. Uh, the cuts, I'm not shocked. Okay, yeah. Well, there's you can only keep so many players, and some players who you gotta cut good ones too. And that's just the way it falls. But yeah, have you heard how many more cuts they got to make yet? I mean, I've been out all day, so I really have not. I mean, I heard very little bit. Hey, welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports, the place where you might just go ahead and get a bunch of flying dumped on you if you say the wrong thing to me, because I just might feel like that. I might go in maniac mode for a little bit. I'm having a little bit of fun today too. Um, so I don't know. I have one thing. I do have one of the things that I'm really looking to do. If the Lions can go ahead and beat the the Chiefs by over 10 points, I'm going to need to dye my hair Honolulu blue. Keep it that way for at least a week if the Lions can beat the Chiefs by a score of 10 points or more. Doesn't matter what uh, it is, they just got to beat them by 10 points or more. Then I will dye my hair Honolulu blue and keep it that way for at least a week. Okay, I was surprised at don't really Azabo. I was rooting for him. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But yeah. God, why am I so tired? So Yeah, I seen you popped a few videos on today too. So things are going good, and so hopefully we'll be able to get to see. By the way, are you a movie fan at all? Hey, welcome. I see there is 4 people right now at Tim's Maniac Sports. I appreciate you guys popping on, watching. All comments. Okay, they should got to cut Suckfield. They should, because I mean, why keep him? Why keep him? Okay, I see no reason. Did you two sports movies that I would recommend anybody watch? Is Hill, about the baseball player Hill, and also Gran Torino. I seen both those movies today, and I really would recommend and stand behind both those movies. I do think that they each have well written storylines, true stories, for the most part. And like I say, Gran Torino and Hill are recommended here by the Maniac. Um, Seen both those movies today. All right. Okay. Now, oh man. Okay, who do you think is going to be your upset team for next week? Who do you think that is? I know yesterday we talked a little bit about surprise teams for the season, but who do you think next week is going to be um, the upset? There's going to be an upset win, a shocking win. Uh, I'm looking at a lot of these. You know, I'm looking at those games. And shoot, I think the Jets are gonna lose. Um, I just yeah, I think the Bills will take care of the Jets. Yeah, and uh, I now I'm think I know Dallas. I don't know if you heard me say this, but I do think that Green Bay is still going to own Chicago, even without Rodgers. Justin Fields is definitely a good quarterback. Chicago got a lot going for him. Uh, but I just think that Chicago has a way of getting caught up on themselves whenever they play Green Bay. So I expect there to be an early lead where Chicago is winning the game. I think that Green Bay will come back and prevail over Chicago next week. You know. Okay. All right. I think the Browns are going to beat the Bengals. All right. Good. That's. Have you heard if Joe Burrows is going to be back? Is he? What's the situation on him? Um, and of course, you got Deshaun Watson. Now, what do you think is? What team do you think is going to be your game of the week, other than I mean, other than the Lions and Chiefs? I think that's going to be the game that people's watching. But yeah, as far as the game, uh, what game do you think is going to be the most one of the is in your way will be the most exciting game. You know that if you could be at it, uh, of course you got the Giants and or Cowboys are at the Giants. Oh boy, I think my game of the week. I'm gonna say the Buccaneers at Minnesota. I just think so. I'm also looking at. I'm thinking Titans. I'm thinking the Titans will upset the Saints. Texans might beat the Ravens. Okay, all right, yeah. What? How do you think Matthew Stafford is going to do? As far as for the Rams. Yeah, I heard yesterday I heard he's been looking good. Of course he didn't play yesterday, but I was watching before I did my show for a while. I was watching one of the content creators from the Rams, and they were talking about how good Matthew Stafford was looking. Uh, Now, early in the comments, earlier in the show, I did say that uh, I thought that the Lions would, not the Lions. I thought that Rams would beat the Broncos. Or no, they're not playing the Broncos. Excuse me. Rams would beat Seattle. I thought the Rams would beat Seattle as long as Matthew Stafford does not throw a last minute interception. And like I'm saying, this is it's I'm not knocking Matthew Stafford. I because he could just as well be that quarterback that would that will bring the team back to win. So I just think that as long as he don't throw game losing game losing interception, I and it's especially after them getting basically and I think Stafford might be okay this season, but it's okay. It's only okay, but he only has Cooper Cup and a clear. True, true. But we know Stafford has worked with less and more, you know. So yeah. But and of course, one of the reasons I think that this end up could one of the reasons I think that this could be kind of like a surprise game is they got to kind of redeem themselves after basically getting their butts handed to them. Yeah, and yes, yesterday was preseason. Stafford didn't play, but they did, and neither did a lot of their other starters. So I just, I just think that but Seattle's no slouch of teams either. So, but like I say, barring that last minute interception, I just really see Stafford. I just think the Rams are too much for Seattle. So, but who knows? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. The Ravens. I think Stafford might be okay. Okay. Yeah. The Rams defense is not good. True, true, true. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that is, and yeah, but hey, how many how many times, you know, did the Rams or did Stafford play with a defense that wasn't that good with Detroit, too? So but no, Stafford can't do it by himself. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I would like to be able to play the Rams this year. I think the Lions would totally wipe the Rams off the face of the earth this year. I really do. We almost Lions almost beat the Rams last time they played. You know. All right. Oh yeah, and also I want your opinion, and you can think, give me some thoughts on it. Uh, College football, being what they are now, where you can actually uh, earn. They made ways of college players now to be able to earn money, and I know this has been going on for a few years now. Do you think that's right? The right way to go with amateur sports? Do you think it's long overdue? And how fair of it is to the people in the past? And I know you can't change the past, but how fair of it is to the people in the past that they lost playoff games? They lost, um, you know, uh, being able to appear in bowl games, suspended, coaches being suspended, fines, and stuff like that. you know. So now I do think 100% that the players are what makes the most part of the game. So if everybody in God's green earth in college is uh, making money, and the ones that are really doing the most work, and there wouldn't be no college football if it wasn't for the players. I really think it's about time they made it a way for the players to earn the money. Okay, uh, Aaron Donald was trying to punk too well, but he held his own. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. 100. Yeah. So well went ahead and really, he did, and it wasn't not only Aaron Donald, but there was, you know, other top notch defensive players that tried to do that, pass rushers that first year on Sewell, and they wasn't successful because he was that damn good. He was that damn good. So, or he is that damn good. One second here too. Uh, yeah, I'm still on. I just had to shut my camera off for a second. Um, Yeah, and feel free to still comment and stuff like that too. I appreciate it. Um, oh boy. Okay, hey Tim, do you think St. Brown will get over 100 catches this year? Mm. Yes, I do. I think he will get over 100 catches this year. Uh, and as long as he stays healthy, I really think so. Uh, Especially with Jamison Williams being, out for the first 6 games. Uh, but you also got to look at too. You still got Jamar Gibbs in there and stuff like that. So they'll probably be spreading around, but you got to make sure your man gets that, you know, those catches too. So I do think that he will get over 100 catches. Uh, I feel for sure that he will get those catches. Um, 100 catches. How many yards? Yards. Well, of course he'll get. So he'll have over one. You know, close. I think maybe yards, and you know he's also a little bit like Gibbs too, where he's not as much as versatile as Gibbs in his at, but he will act as a running back too, so all purpose yards is, I think he'll get probably close to 1,000 between running and passing. Uh, and I can still see Gibbs, getting that as well. Um, them both getting what when you add your all-purpose yards. Um, will Gibbs be the second receiver, more or less? Uh, or will he be utilized kind of like the second receiver also? Uh, because you have your main guys, Jameson. Well, for those first 6 games, especially, and you know, in order to have to justify what we did when they brought in Gibbs, I do think for sure that he's going to um, be right up there in receiving yards and actually being a receiving, receiver as well as running back. So, and I see that working vice versa. All right. So yeah, St. Brown 100 catches, definitely can see it. Uh, and that being in a run first offense. So, I see him getting more play action passes, stuff like that. And he's more of a center up the middle type catcher too. Uh, so him getting 100 catches, I really, really think so. Uh, okay. Wow, it does not seem like they've been on over an hour already, but yeah, I got on basically just to kind of have fun today. So hey, everybody in the chat, make sure you guys check out the new breed. Whenever he's on, just go ahead and check out the new breed and their team. They have Mondays and Thursdays. um, where they have their show evening times. At, am I right? That is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys check out their show. You also make sure you like them on Facebook. Uh, make sure, yeah, definitely make sure you like him on Facebook because he, you're always seeing stuff. And hey, man, this guy, you know, Steve, he meets a lot. I mean, yeah, I'm so happy and so pumped. I'm so happy and so pumped that he gets to meet all these different athletes. You know, so I'm just pumped to see that. Um, do you know if there's I'm trying to get me some tickets and for the opening game for the Lions at home. Yeah, I'm good. But I want decent seats. So I'm really, and I definitely want to get them from a reputable person. Hey, no problem, no problem. It's all true, Matt. It is all true. Yeah. Thursday. Yeah, Thursday's at okay. It's at 8:30. Okay, sorry, I got the time wrong. Okay. I appreciate them. We have our show Monday and Thursdays at 8:30. See, I was close. I knew it was in that 8 o'clock hour. Uh, we are going to change it to Wednesdays in a couple of weeks. Okay. Now, are you? Is that because of Thursday night football? Is that why you guys are changing it? And are you guys going to do a recap after every Lions game? Try Box Office or SeatGeek or Game Time for sure. Yeah, I'll try those. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely try those. I know I got to plan that out. By the way, are you guys going to have a watch party Thursday? I know I'm going to have one. Um, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, where I'm going to be broadcasting, watching the show, doing some broadcasting, watching the Lions game. Yes, sir. Because Monday night or Thursday night football. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a answer that I knew before. But yeah, definitely. Um, okay, welcome. Yeah, everybody, thank you guys for watching and tuning into Tim's Maniac Sports. Definitely appreciate the comments, the interaction, and the all around fun that we get from this show. I'm actually going to watch. Actually going to the watch party at Ford Field when they play the Chiefs. Wow. Awesome, awesome. That doesn't surprise me though. That does not surprise me one bit. But that is great, man. That is great. If I lived in Detroit and I didn't work second shift, gosh, I know I would. Uh, man, we would be hanging out all the time. You know, it's too dark. But we would be at these places, just going. If I could only talk, could only move. Oh boy. Oh man. Um. Wow, it's getting so dark late. It's so dark early. 9:40 already at night. My gosh, where has this day gone? Well, of course, I spent most of my time today watching different movies. So that's where my time went. Uh, so yeah, New Breed, 8:30. Right now it's uh Mondays at 8:30 or 313 New Breed Sports. Mondays and Thursdays at 8:30, and just make sure you guys tune in. And if you guys heard of them from the Maniac, make sure you tell them Maniac Sports sent you. Maniac Sports sent you. And highly recommend these. Screw. Yeah, we should. Tom, we would go out on the town, man. Oh hell yeah, we would definitely, yeah, definitely, we would definitely go out on the town. We'd be hanging out with all these different athletes. Monday and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. DXDX podcast. All right, D 313 XP podcast, and that's on. You can watch it both on Facebook and YouTube, right? Yeah, I did get that. I did get that. Yeah, I seen you wrote Tom, and I read Tom. I should have just went ahead and I should have just went ahead and read it right, even though it because I knew what you meant. So that one's on me. That one's on me. That one I definitely on me. Okay. God. Oh, excuse me, yawning. Okay. So what do you think about the college athletes being finally being compensated for playing, or do you think that should? Yeah, I say it's about time. You know, I mean, no, you're not making what NFL players or NBA players or whatever, but at least they're being able to get some type of funds in. I think it was a sad joke where they were the only ones that didn't get. Spell check is something else. Yeah. You know what? Ah, man. I tell you, there's been times when I went ahead and I, like spelled maniac one. Actually, my email, one of my emails is maniac instead of maniac because I tried to write it when I was too tired. So, yeah, Tim, you seem real tired. But I am. I don't know why. Pro- I am. Yeah. All right. I love the idea of them getting paid. They need to be compensated ASAP. Yeah. Exactly. Because there's no reason why coaches, universities, you know, and all these other, all these other uh, everybody else in the program should be getting paid, but the people that are actually doing it should not get paid. you know, that's to me, that's just mind blowing. And then to go ahead and to punish systems. I mean, yeah, things shouldn't go through the more or less the back door, the back ways and stuff like that. But no, it shouldn't. They shouldn't go through the back ways. Everything should be on the up and up and up front. But yeah, you know, you're the one that's going ahead and doing all the work. You know, and you're the ones that's your body's being in a sport that's known for people getting injured more or less, or more than just about any sport in football, where your careers can end. I mean, not only football, basketball, even in baseball, hockey, all those. You could not make it to the pros because of something that happens to you in college. You know, oh, why don't you deserve? Yeah, deserve to be compensated for. And you also got to look at it too. Most of the and I know there are some exceptions to the rules, but most of the big time athletes that are going to college, most of these football athletes are best, and football is basically the sport in college. Uh, and if you even look at it in high school, but it's that's what gets the most spectators and stuff like that. So it brings in so much money to the schools. Yeah, you are getting a grade 1 education, but most of the people that are there that are playing on those programs are not are not going to college to do what's next in life. They're going to college. If you're a full scholarship athlete, you're going to the college to try to get in the NFL. You know, and not everybody has the ability to um, do other things after the NFL or after the college. And yes, I am real tired. I'm not going to be on here a whole lot longer. I do need to get some sleep. But I did want to come on. I'm trying to come on more often. Uh, because I just have not been on. I've not been doing a lot of shows, so I need to definitely start doing more shows, getting quality out there. So, but I'm the type of person that likes to do a lot of things too. So it isn't, and that's one of the reasons I'm so tired. So, but I do think that I am going to call it a night. It's just that I've been broadcasting for almost an hour and a half, not quite an hour and 18 minutes right now. So it's always great to talk to you, buddy. Always great to talk to you. Um, I will try to get on your show tomorrow, depending on how breaks are and everything like that at work. But thank everybody for coming on. Thank you. Uh, I do appreciate it. Uh, with that, I am going to say, hey, I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. I will try to get more facts on as far as for who's been cut for the Lions. Um, try to do a report on that. The 53-man roster. Hey, thank you, buddy. Thank you. I'll tell you what. That was one of the best days was when I met you at the Michigan Panthers game. Football and also meeting a great friend. So thank you. And you as well, Steve. You as well. The new breed. All right. Everybody, make sure you guys remember to enjoy life to the best of your abilities. Um, and always be considerate to other people's thoughts and well being. But one of the things that I found out the hard way a few years back is we never know how much time we have. And yes, you know, enjoy life while you can. Make the most of it because we don't always know who's going to be there and who might not be. Everybody knows that, you know, my best friend, Jim Bordeaux, you know, died during COVID, you know, and he was the one that got me into podcasting, that got me into doing, you know, Maniac Sports is my idea, but Detroit Lions on the Prowl was his, and when we co-founded it together, you know, that was something that we did, and I'm glad he got me into this because I got a chance to meet a lot of new people, and it's what it's definitely what I love to do, and I just want to thank everybody and live life to the fullest. I have seen people grow. I've seen Kurt Steele, and hey, there's not one inch of jealousy there. I'm so proud of what that man has done as far as in becoming a paid sports writer, going to college. He's living his dream, broadcasting for his team. Whoever would have thought that Herman Moore would have came to Detroit Lions on the Prowl and brought a lot of us into the fold. Mike Kimmer, full-time um, worker at Lions Nation Unite. Uh, he's living the dream. Jeremy Beachman. I might be, but Smoking Jeremy, what he's doing, how his show has came along, how he a sports writer now too, you know, without college. Yeah, it's definitely same feelings there. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you. And so just live life you know, live life with honor, respect, and just keep on. I mean, hey, Steve, well, he was just starting. I love your views. I love the way you handle this. I love seeing, it's like, you know, eh, I'm seeing so much of your media on Facebook. I'm seeing so much of, you know, I mean, there's always a round of, I mean, there's two forms of, there's a good form of jealousy and then there's a bad form of jealousy. And probably because I cannot think of a better name of it. But it's, man, he did that. But it's a good feelings. Man, he got to meet that guy. It's that good feeling. It's not, dang, it's not like, dang, he's doing that and I'm not. No, it's like, man, he's doing it. He's getting it done. You know? And that's what makes, you know, makes true friends is when you're happy when you see friends succeed. And it inspires you in the right way to do things better and do things more. You know? And yeah, my show's going to be done the way I want it to be done. Doesn't mean I can't do it better, but it's going to be done because it's my show. And one of the things that I did learn from Detroit Lions on Prowl, you know, is that nobody's, you know, this being my decision to do the show my way. And yeah, I'm going to grow it. And I'm shooting for the, you know, getting things, making things better. But the show's going to be done the way I want it to be done. And not that anybody's trying to tell me to do things different ways, because it's not. Everything, a bit of advice that I get from other people, like Grandizer 12, every bit is appreciated. And that guy, Grandizer 12, man, he really helps. Tristan Williams, man, he's really somebody, a great friend too, that has really backed me up a lot. So any type of advice is made, but nobody can. Don't let anybody take what's yours away. And in saying that, thank you everybody. This is Maniac Tim. You guys have a great night. Weekday starts tomorrow, and back to work. But I will try to be on tomorrow again at some time. All right. Take care. Good night.